How did Native Americans affect the history of the United States? Native Americans affected agriculture in many ways. Many Native Americans were farmers. They were the first people to cultivate some of the world's most important agricultural crops, such as corn, cotton, peanuts, pineapples, potatoes, rubber, tobacco, vanilla, and the best out of them all, chocolate. These advances in food and agriculture were very important to the United States and changed most people's diets back then. Without cotton and rubber, we would have been unable to create some clothes, shoes, car and bike tires, etc. This could have completely changed the future of the United States if this didn't happen, and the Native Americans were unable to grow and produce these crops. Weapons. The Native Americans developed many new types of weapons that later on developed into new weapons, and some that we still use today. The weapons they created included spears, barbed points, bows and arrows, and nets and hooks for fishing. Without these contributions to the United States, we would have had trouble killing animals for food, and people could have died due to the lack of food in a desert area or places without agriculture. A lot of people today have mostly meat in their lunch and dinner meals, and sometimes even breakfast. Without these advances in weapons and fishing gear, we would have had to rely on fruits and vegetables to eat for the rest of our lives. Personally, I think that meals without meat would never be the same. Animals. The Native Americans also affected what animals we have on Earth today. In about 8200 BC, there was evidence of a large buffalo hunt in Colorado, with over 150 Americans participating. We have recently found buffalo rib bones mixed with human-made stone spearheads, which prove that bison have been extinct for over 10,000 years. Because of multiple large hunts and mass killing, the whole buffalo species went extinct and no longer exists. Buffalo becoming extinct affected the history of the United States because it removed a good source of food, clothing, and many other things. Architecture. The Native Americans have made many advances in architecture. They designed houses, walls, pit houses, pyramids, and many other forms of architecture. This affected the United States because it helped us advance even farther in building and designing. Without these advances, we still would have learned many different building styles and ways to build from other countries, but we would have been behind most of our competitors.